Hey guys, Rob Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here. Now today we've got a bit of a special video reacting to a bit of a Leon Lush thing once again. Previously stated in one of my videos, I do watch Leon Lush and I do think his content is very valid, and today we're having a look at TikTok healers have gone too far. So I don't know, I don't know. Anyway, let's jump in and have a look.
I tried this last night and it worked. I am not flu anymore. Guys, I'm so excited to bring you a new holistic cure for the flu. I just got the flu before Christmas. It put me on my ass for like a week. If I'd have only known about this then. But thank God for TikTok, because just a few days ago, I found out that you can slice up a couple of pieces of potato and put them in your sock overnight, and you wake up, you're cured! That's right, you just shove a couple of potato wedges in your sock, and overnight Santa, or Jesus, comes down the chimney and sucks that nasty flu out of your heel. And to think I was wasting all this money on medicine to combat my symptoms.
Hang on. Wasn't this onion that you did this with? And it like pulled all the toxins out of your body? I thought it was you cut up raw onion and put that in a sock. And maybe a bit of garlic too. I can't remember exactly, because it's one of those things that people do. They come up with these new cures because modern interventions don't work. But I always thought it was onion. Anyway.
The original viral video came from an account called Food Over RX. She's got like 100,000 followers, but this is the video.
When your child has the flu.
This remedy really works, so hear me out. Get a potato, cut it in half, get 2 slices out of it, put it beneath each foot, and cover it with a sock overnight. The next morning, when you remove the sock, you're going to see an imprint on the bottom of the foot, which is totally fine. And then you're going to see the potato slices, which are disgustingly dark. That's because the toxins are removed, but your child feels so much better.
I don't even really know where to begin anymore. Some of you guys might remember years ago, I did a video on those scam foot pads that you buy. You can like order them. It was this huge wave where you put these little sticky foot pads on the bottom of your foot overnight. And then in the morning, they're like gross and brown. And come to find out, they're just reacting with the heat and the sweat and the moisture coming from your foot overnight. It looks the same when you put it under water. It's one of the biggest scams of all time. But I mean, at least in this woman's defense, she's not trying to sell you something. All you gotta do is buy like a $1 potato to try it for yourself. But come on, man. Potatoes on your feet curing the flu? What are we talking about here?
Honestly, it kind of burns a little bit.
So this comes into one of those things yet again where, I don't know, people believe that they're smarter than doctors, and in a lot of ways, I'm, if possible, not anti-medication, but I stay away from it unless I absolutely need it. And I mean, if you've been suffering with a flu for weeks or whatever, then yeah, it's definitely time to go see a doctor, because obviously your immune system's not helping, or not up to scratch. So you need that extra support or help from medical interventions. And yeah, take care of things as naturally as possible. But thing is too, people do stupid stuff still while they've got the flu. They still go to work stupid amount of hours, do all these things that a bit of rest would help so much with. Being able to slow yourself down, letting your body do its job. But anyway, then yeah, we're always looking for that immediate thing too. So this is just another one where we have that immediate, here we go, this really works, I've cured myself overnight sort of thing. Same with these.
I'm not sure if that's good, but I imagine it's just the toxins screaming for their life. Am I right?
No, not the detox foot pad.
According to this video creator, this is called the Potato Sock Flu Remedy. It works. My daughter has been feeling so much better. God bless. Thank the Lord for potatoes. Some of the comments are hilarious. Kyle says, and if that don't work, you got to call a yambulance. Congrats, the potato oxidizes. Lots of lettuce. It's almost like when you expose potatoes to oxygen, they turn brown, like every other fruit and vegetable on the planet. Not to mention the heat and moisture coming from your foot throughout a night's sleep, especially with the...
There are times where I can lose like 500 grams in sleep just from evaporation and whatever else. So normally had a bit of a sauna beforehand, so I'm already warm and already starting to sweat and everything. So yeah, there's a lot of moisture that is lost during sleep. So
flu. I initially saw this trend because the glorified tabloid New York Post wrote an article about it titled "Potatoes and Socks, Flu Remedy Shocks TikTok." Apparently, with flu cases spiking this season, and little side note, the flu has been pretty bad this year. I know in New England where I live, a lot of people are getting it. I got it. My son got it. It's been going around like crazy. But videos under that search term have clocked up an astronomical 8.1 billion views collectively. And while some doctors have slammed it as pseudoscience, many desperate TikTokers have turned to the tater treatment after failing to overcome illness through more conventional means. Some now swear by the practice, saying the potatoes have helped draw toxins out of their bodies, leaving them feeling fresh and energized. What is going on? Guys,
It's once again that there is a thing that even if it is a placebo effect, it is still having an effect. If putting a potato in your sock gets your body and gets you believing that you're over the flu and actually get you over the flu, then I mean more power to you. Keep doing that, but yeah, I'm not... You do you, is all I'm going to say there.
if you are not winning in life, I beg of you, why? This is your competition. Potato sock people. It gets better as the trend continues to spread. This is Isabel Lux. She decided to give it a try and was blown away. Let's take a listen.
What came out of my body? I saw a creator who cut a potato and put some in her socks because she says that potatoes will detoxify your body if you sleep overnight with them in your socks. Obviously, I'm not feeling good. I'm sick as a dog right now. I cut up a potato and I leave these on the counter. They were not in the fridge. And then these I put in my socks. You cannot tell me that this is not the most disgusting thing in the entire world. What came out of my body? What came out of my feet last night?
I'm going to tell you before we're going to finish the video in a second, but nothing came out of your goddamn body except heat and sweat, which oxidizes the potato more than leaving it on the goddamn counter.
God damn it, I want to try it just for curiosity's sake to see what actually does happen with our Australian potatoes, because we're in the middle of summer here, even though it's been quite a mild summer so far. The nights are hot, and like I'm laying on top of bed pretty much, all the doona and everything else, laying on top of that, and getting sweaty as all hell as well. So it would be very interesting to see what happens when we do that.
Potato sock.
Toxins or whether it just
I swear to God.
This happened. I'm in shock and
Shock and
tears.
tears.
Try it. Seriously, try it and come back here and tell me what happens. Why aren't more people talking about this? Can we please address that?
Because despite what you see online, there are surprises.
1.1 billion people is a fair amount of people getting into that trend. So yeah, a lot of people are talking and trying it, and
Rising amount of people in the world.
that's a problem with this at the moment with TikTok and everything else. Misinformation, people's opinions getting misconstrued as fact are so easy. There's a lot, and I mean too, it's so much easier too for other agencies to spread lies as well, so it's a whole thing.
That have a functioning brain in between their ears. It's insane, I know, but that's probably why more people aren't talking about it. Although shockingly, there's billions of views on these videos and lots of people searching for it. So maybe not as many as I thought.
How come no one has ever told me to do this before? I had to learn on TikTok. Okay, I'm going back to bed now.
Dude, I am obsessed with the potato sock trend. And don't get me wrong, I'm not some sort of lobbyist for Big Pharma. I have my qualms with the way that industry is run and the amount of money at stake and the things they try and tell us to do. But potatoes in the sock to cure the flu. Okay, there's got to be a middle ground here, okay? The heat from your feet would make the potatoes oxidize faster. No. That sounds like pseudoscience. I think it's probably the flu leaving your body through your heels, actually, or your arches, depending on where the potato is sitting while you're sleeping. I wonder if you put it between your toes, if you could get more flu out through the big toe. Why does she sound like she's about to burst out in tears any second? I have COVID. She has COVID? Well, hold on a second. What is this about COVID? I was told it could cure the flu. You're telling me this can cure COVID too? Potato sock COVID treatment? And all of this controversy over the vaccine, and we could have just been putting fucking potatoes in our socks the whole time. God, we're a failed race. All we need is TikTok to teach us how to take care of ourselves, and everyone's busy arguing on Twitter. I mean, God bless all these potato sock disciples. I hope it works for you. Would love to have you as a guest on my podcast. To talk about what? Putting potatoes in your socks to cure the flu? What kind of podcast are you running? You guys should go to school. Heat accelerates oxidizing. That's why fridges exist. Clown emoji. The counter is colder than the inside of a sock under a blanket. Duh. Literally, this entire fad summed up in one comment from Mary. Thank you, Mary. Oh, God, here's another one.
Last night we did the potatoes in the socks. I was honestly willing to try anything. It seems like we have been sick for what seems like forever.
There it is. Onion in the sock for my 9-year-old. Fever's gone in an hour.
This is
Hangover, and I'm literally sat with them in my socks now praying for a miracle. I want to know how that turned out.
potato that I cut from. I wanted to set these two out, set out all night because I do know that potatoes are going to turn no matter what.
I swear to God.
And these are the potatoes that I pulled out of my sock this morning compared to...
That were in your sock, under the blanket, on a feverish foot, putting off heat! Honestly, I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. In all the years I've been doing this, the biggest takeaway is that people will believe absolutely anything, regardless of how insane or how much lack of, scientific evidence there is. If they want to believe it, they'll find a way. And I'm not saying there's not holistic remedies out there that have merit, right? There's certainly ways to take care of some things that don't have to come from pharmaceutical intervention. But if we're putting potatoes in our socks, thinking it's curing the flu because it turns brown from oxidation, we've gone too far. Boy, you need to put your fucking phone down.
Okay, so a little bit to unpack on that video. So, yep, potato in the sock, probably not an effective health treatment. But the thing is, people are willing to believe that sort of stuff because other things just haven't worked for them in the past. And I fully understand and get that. And we want things to work so quickly. Like, our immune system wasn't busted in a day, but we want things to get better in a day. It has taken, a few days for us to get this sick, but we want to get better so quickly because we just can't fathom or handle being crook. It's a stupid thing, and it's these things, like, yes, holistic remedies do work, as well as in conjunction with medical interventions. It's something we say so often, and it gets so tiring trying to defend, like, you can't just be on one side of the fence. Health, and even holistic health, takes all parts, all integrated parts to be that. So yeah, when he said, like, holistic remedies do have their thing, and there's a whole bunch of problems with the medical side of things as well, absolute truth. But once again, you can't just go on the holistic side and just think apple cider vinegar is going to cure all your problems, or a potato on the sock in this case. And these things have been around, and they'll go out of fashion, and then they'll come back in again. It's just like everything else. So take it with a grain of salt. The problem with social media is that this gets out there because someone says, oh, it works, and oh, this. But then other people do try and prey on it as well and get you to buy their shit, but don't. That's, all I'm going to say on that. Let's jump into trying these remedies. So we have our potato and our onion and some socks. So what we're going to do is put them in the socks and go to sleep with them, as much like the TikTok trend is. And we're going to have a battle of the toxin drawers. So the socks are on. It's going to be fucking hard to... Potato in the left sock. Hello, bed sheets. Well, that feels weird, and I'm afraid to put my foot down. And onion going into the right sock, and then I'm about to get naked and go to bed. Oh, that feels like crap. Ugh. It's a pretty warm night. Not the warmest night we've had, but hey, let's see which one draws out the most toxin. Alrighty, let's have a look at what we've got. There's a... That's very unexciting. Yeah, that's equally unexciting. Maybe I just am toxin free. Well, there you go. That was very, very unexciting. And it may have just ruined a pair of socks, but nothing. That's about it for this one, guys. Oh, well, I'm Rob Murphy, and I will see you in the next video.